and welcome to Code It Up. Today we're gonna be making something special. We're gonna be making a Christmas card using HTML and CSS. We'll also be using another thing that is called Bootstrap. You'll learn on the way. Now Christmas is coming quite soon, so this video is for that. Let's make ourselves a Christmas card. The first thing we want to do right here is just minimize the JavaScript editor. We won't be needing that thing. That's not what we need right now. So, first thing let's do, we want that our background should be something related to Christmas. So, we're gonna go to the CSS part and add body, curly braces, and then background image and URL. After that, let's just search a image. Christmas free background images. Good. So let's see, what do we have here. Oh wow, this one looks quite nice. So we're actually going to be taking this one, copy image address, and then just paste it over here. Okay, good. Now you'll be seeing that this image that we are getting, you see, it's kind of like it's repeating. It's small, it's repeating. Now that's not at all what we want, right? So what we simply have to do is add two properties, that's background repeat. Now this specifies how many times that is the background repeating or is it not repeating. So we don't want it to repeat, we're just gonna add no repeat. Repeat. Okay, now you'll see that it's not repeating, but our background image size is like still very small. So for that, we just have to put background size to cover. Okay, there, it's covering. Okay, now the first thing we go to our HTML part and now add H1 Merry Christmas. Yay, Merry Christmas. Okay, close the H1. Now you'll be seeing that our Merry Christmas part is coming in a this goofy font. It's not desirable. So to avoid that, we could add custom fonts, or I'll introduce Bootstrap. Now Bootstrap basically is something that refines your web pages. It auto adjusts. Like if you see, if I move this like this, then this text is completely unaffected. But if I add Bootstrap, it's gonna change. If I go to add Bootstrap, I go to settings and you'll see a screen something like this. So then you go to the CSS tab, click on it, and when you scroll down, you'll see add external style sheets and pens. Now what we want to add right here is that we want to add Bootstrap basically. So we go to search and we type Bootstrap. Okay, so now you'll see that there's something coming as Twitter Bootstrap. Now this is what we want. We click it and save and close. So now, well, you can see that goofy font is all gone. It's all too refined. And Now if I just put something that is h1 and text align center. Okay, now it's in the center. If I move here, you can see that this text, its position is being affected by what we have, by contracting the web page size. So now that is Bootstrap. It auto adjusts. Okay, now we have this, but we want the color to be different. We want the color to be, let's say, white. Okay, and now change the background. The background color should be red. Red's quite good, is it? It's good for Christmas and all. So now what we want is that it's coming all straight, this background color. We want it to look a little professional, so for that we just add a property called border radius. Now what border radius does is that whatever element it's added to, it's just going to change the radius of the border. It's like you have a rectangle, it's going to change it into a rounded rectangle basically. Or even, and if you wish, it will even change it into a circle. So now we keep border radius to, let's say, 10 pixels. Whoops. Colon. And okay, there. Now you see that it's not a rectangle anymore. It's a rounded rectangle like that. If you want to increase it, you could just like keep it to 25. That's more of a rounded rectangle. The way you turn this into a circle is in fact quite interesting. This is a CSS property. So one thing you should know is that it can accept percentage values as well. So if my shape is a rectangle like it is now, if I just keep it to 50%, it changes it into a circle. There you can see it changes it into a circle. It changes the border radius by 50%, which eventually is a circle. Now we don't want that. Just going to keep this 10 pixels. Okay. So now we have this. It's looking very good. But hey, it's Christmas. Add a little bit of style to it. Now, shall we? So this is one regular font, the normal font that comes with Bootstrap. What if we want to add a different font? Well, for that, just a very simple solution that we use Google Fonts. Just open a new tab and Google Fonts. Okay, so when you search, this is what it's gonna show you. You click on the top link, Google Fonts. Now this is what it's gonna show you. There are many uncountable fonts on this site that Google allows you to use freely. Now we want to see how will our text look. So we type Merry Christmas. We have 3 exclamation marks. Okay, now here you can see there are many great fonts, many great ones. Okay, searching for that one good font. You know what? I think it was at the top. And yes, this one. You click it, and then you choose this. You can select this style, and it's gonna show you something like this. Now there are 2 ways to add this. Either you can add this using, well, let's say a link tag, or you can just click on import like me and import this URL basically from here to here. Copy. And we go back. Settings. Again we go to the CSS. Remember, we added Bootstrap. So now in this second part, we're gonna add another resource to this font. Paste, save and close. Now we can use this font. So basically we're gonna go back, and this is the property we take. Copy this and we just paste it. Okay, now wow, you can see that the font is like completely changed. So you can use a number of fonts using Google Fonts. I've specifically chosen this one. Okay, now to proceed further, let's see. Now what we want further is that we have an image, we have a tree, we have a nice tree, and we want our text. The tree will be here and the text will be here. Now what we want to do for that is that we want to make a rows and columns tag. For that, we just basically have to put the div tags. Now, I'll tell you what rows and columns does. First, you have to specify your row in a div tag, and then you have to specify the columns. Your columns will be automatically adjusted no matter how many they are on the web page. So, to make this a row, I will have to add a class that is row. Simple. Then, after that, inside the div tag, I'll add another div tag with the class of column that we call as col. Okay, I'll just copy this and paste. So this is going to be our first column, and this is going to be our second column. If you want to see what it can do, I'll just show you. Whoops. Control C, V, and V. Okay, now you can see we have two columns, so it's equally dividing. Now we obviously don't want this, so just erase that. Over here now, in the first part, we want to be our image, our tree, our Christmas tree. So for that, we just need to put an img tag, img src, and close it. And now we're going to check an image. Okay, Christmas tree images. Okay, now we want our image to be with a transparent background. Okay, what's this one? Okay, it will do. It has a transparent background. Copy image address and we paste it right here. Okay, we have our Christmas tree. Wow, it's looking quite good now, isn't it? The size is perfect. If you, however, want to size it, well, you can just use something like this. If I want to keep height, let's say 500 pixels, and width as, let's say, also 500 pixels. Okay, now that's a bit wide. If we're keeping it that wide, we want it to be at least 600. Good. Now, we're going to be adding our Christmas carol over here. So if it gets too lengthy, we don't want this background to just, slip away. For that, we will add something that is a scroll or fix property for the background. Now in this, if you have added a lot of things to a lot of HTML elements to your background, to your web page, and you scroll, then the background will also scroll. But using one property, the background won't scroll and it will be fixed. So So we just add a background and attachment property like that, and we add fixed. Now you might not see the effect currently because there is nothing to scroll down, but if your page gets over lengthy, well, that's what you will use. So now background attachment you can also keep as, scroll. So when you scroll, it's gonna basically, as the name suggests, scroll, but we do not want that, so just keep it fixed. Okay, now the second column which we had made, we're gonna put a paragraph tag, and I'm just quickly gonna search for it. That is, let's say, Jingle Bells lyrics. Bingo. Just take a little bit of that, and we're gonna keep it a little short. You can add as much as it you want. Okay, it should be okay. There it is. Wow, it's not quite organized, so we're gonna have to put break tags. BR, 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 and there. Okay, just align this to center. We will have to paragraph and text align center. Now for all of these, I'm keeping them in center. You could also use the center tag of HTML, but I'm using the CSS property in case you want to add something else, that you don't want to let in center. But I'm just using the CSS property. Now it's coming in center, but hey, would you look at that? It's quite on the top and the font size is quite low. So just need font size to, let's say, 25 pixels. Okay, now it's big, and we're gonna add a couple of break tags over here as well, so it comes a bit down. One more, like that. Bullet. Just another, let's see. Okay, and okay, wow, that's good. It's looking good, isn't it? Now, we just want it to be a little bit better. We want the color to change. Color should not be this, it should not. It's looking not that impressive. It's not coming out that nicely. What if we keep red, huh? Oh no, bad choice. White. Smudging. Dark blue. Not quite sporting, is it? Sky blue. Okay, you know what? We'll just keep this as orange. Okay, wow, it looks horrible. Green. Final. Now we want the font to change as well. The font should not be this, so we simply copy this part and C and V. Okay, would you look at that? It's so good looking. Okay, now that is how we have made a Christmas card in HTML and CSS with a little help of Bootstrap, of course. If you like this video, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you.